is out. We're just going to do a little impromptu Q&A. I actually was playing Genesis Mini tonight. I went really long on the game that I was playing. And rather than start another game and rush through it, I said I would just hang out with everyone for a little bit and talk on the stream here tonight. So we're just going to do that for a little bit. So let's see what people want to talk about. Okay? What? We're going to get a stream chat t-shirt? I don't know what the hell that means. I have no idea what that means. What's a stream chat t-shirt? Good Game Goblin says 1 month of Game Pass is $10. Mass Effect 2 is $20 on Xbox One. True enough. But will I beat Mass Effect 2 guaranteed in 1 month? It is quite a long game. And if I buy it, I own it. Versus on Game Pass, you don't own it. If you ever want to play it again, you have to buy another month of Game Pass. What I would do is if there was a game that I know I'm only going to want to play once. I know I'm not like really big on the series or whatever. And for me, it's not a big deal that if I just play through it once and it's done, then I'll get Game Pass. Like, for example, someone gifted me that 3 months of Game Pass. And what did I do? I played Gears of War 5. There's like 2 games that I played during that time frame where I played them under Game Pass. And I was like, that's good. You notice Outer Worlds, I did not get under Game Pass. Number 1, because I didn't want to play it on Xbox One anyway. But number 2, because that's a game that there may be DLCs, there may be things for it. I don't have to go back and rebuy Game Pass to play the game again. So that's why I didn't do it under Game Pass. And, Mass Effect 2 will be a situation here where I'm going to play it now, okay? And then maybe I'll want to go back in the future. Who knows? Maybe another 10 years. Maybe Mass Effect will actually come back from the dead someday. And if it ever does, more than likely I'll want to play it again. So I'm probably just gonna get it for the whatever it is, $20 or whatever. What system am I playing it on? I'm gonna play it on the Xbox One. I'm gonna play it on the Xbox One. You know how they do the backwards compatibility, so that way I can play it with a modern controller. I don't have to fuck around switching consoles constantly. I'm playing a lot of other stuff currently on Xbox One, including Minecraft. I'm finishing Knights of the Old Republic tomorrow. It looks like, but yeah, I figure I'll just do it on Xbox One. Am I worried it won't bring in views and donations? No, I'm not. Will we have as many big attendees as when I'm playing a game like Street Fighter where I get rage, or a game like a big AAA release? No, we won't. Will we have a hardcore fan base coming by who appreciate it because they've wanted to see me play this again? Since the time I played it 10 years ago? Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I know it's going to do okay. It won't do huge views, but it'll be all right. I'm not worried about it at all. PW Dubs tipped me $1. Sorry, it was kind of a slow contributions night. So thank you very much for the $1 tip, PW Dubs. What are you gonna do, man? Like I've told you guys, not every stream can be a giant winner. Not every stream can be a huge, successful stream for contributions. That's okay. Like I said, when I stream in general, if I'm having a good time, if that comes across on the stream, if you guys are having a good time, interacting with me, watching me, and enjoying whatever game I'm playing, it doesn't matter. It's going to even out. That's in the 3 years that I've been a full-time streamer. When I first started, I was very nervous. And those first few months, there was a lot of support, and I thought, it's because I'm in the underdog, and that's kind of what happened when I first went on YouTube, but I don't think it's going to last. It's lasted. 3 years, it's lasted. The support has been amazing on these streams. Thank you so much for that, guys. I'm not worried. I'm really not worried about it. Sparring King chooses, what's more important to you in a game if you had to choose one, action or story? Oh, man. You see? That's a tough question, and here's why. Okay? There's games that have really great action, like Dark Souls. The story's minimal. You get the story by reading items, right? But I love the games. The world design, the gameplay, and the graphics, and, the boss fights, everything is so amazing that it's a really awesome, robust experience. That game's like 98% gameplay for me, but I love the series. But what about, like, Telltale games, how good they did with games that were just story, or for Detroit Become Human, that kind of stuff? Almost all story, almost no gameplay, but amazing games, you see? So, I don't know. I honestly don't think, if I were thinking in my head, what's the most important thing to me, I don't think I could put my finger on it and be like, it's got to be the story, or it's got to be the gameplay. There's cases where they're both good, or they're both, one of them is really good and one of them is weak, but it's still a good game because of that. I don't have one that I particularly look for. Connie Kin's Twitch resub for 4 months. Thank you, Connie Quins, for a 4-month resub. So, what's your favorite esport to watch? I have never watched a single esport. The only I guess you consider Street Fighter one Evo I watched the finals of. Oh, I think it was one of the versions. I think it was Super Street Fighter 4. And that was the year that, was his name Gamer B or something, completely destroyed everyone with Adon. And Adon was a new character that no one thought was good, and he won the whole thing. And I did a big commentary video about it saying, I'm sorry, but the top players are just, they play too much like patterns. They expect only top tiers. They only play with certain characters. They don't learn the whole cast, and they get dominated at Evo because they suck, because they didn't really learn much. They only played their abusive strategy over and over. That's probably the last esports thing I've ever seen. No lie. I don't watch any streams or nothing. So, Epic Hyperspace did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Epic Hyperspace, for a 100-bit cheer. Appreciate that. Froggins cheers. I made you a fun GIF. You can use to test out what we talked about last night. Just check your email after the stream. I shall. I shall. What we were actually looking at was the ability on here, on my streams, to do different tiers of pop-up messages. So you notice if you do a certain level of pop-up message, or a certain level of cheer, a pop-up message shows up. If you tip me a certain level, a pop-up message shows up. If you sub, a pop-up message. Well, what we're thinking is we can do it tiered. So if you just do the base cheer of 100 bits to get the pop-up message, you get one. If you do more than that, let's say you do 200 or 500 bits, a different animation plays. And then if you do like a really big cheer, a really, special celebratory animation will play. I think I was looking at it, and yes, I think I can do that in Streamlabs. I found the ability to mess with that. The problem is I don't have the animations. I only have like maybe 2 animations that I could use. I have seasonal animations. Like I have animations that I use for Christmas or Halloween, but we're not going to use those now, right? So what I would need is more animations to add there so that I could have a variety of animations popping up for different levels. See? But unless I get more animations, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wonder if that's what Froggins is talking about. I guess we'll see. Beat Sis did a 100-bit cheer, and he says, "Sup, Philip, thanks for the quality content to watch at work. You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed the Castlevania stream tonight. That was fun. It was very difficult. That end, I needed to save state the fuck out of it, but it was fun, so." Oh, man. No, my high school's never contacted me for career day, nor has my college university ever contacted me for anything besides money. They want money. That's it. In fact, my high school never had a high school reunion. 20 years ago, I graduated from high school. They never did a high school reunion once for my class. I mean, I lived there up until 6 years ago, so you would have thought that, they would have done one within the first 14 fucking years. Nope. And now that I live out here, they still haven't done one. 20th anniversary, let's get everyone together to see how they're doing. Nope. They're not doing it, so I guess I'll never be in touch with anyone from high school ever again. Spartan King cheered. He says, "What was the first game you ever played that got you into gaming?" The very first video game I ever played, I want to say my uncle introduced me to video games. I went over his house, and he was playing flight simulators on his PC, and he had me hold like a joystick and do a flight simulator. And then he showed me a couple other games, and I liked them. And every time I visited my uncle, he would show me more video games. And then eventually he gave me his Atari. No, I take that back. First, he gave me his Pong console, which was just a rectangular thing that was like beige plastic. I think it was beige plastic, and it had like two metallic knobs, and you would plug it into your TV, and it always was Pong. It was 2 paddles, a ball that wasn't a ball, it was a square, and your number, your count, and that was it. And you just played Pong on it, and that's all it was. You hook it up to your TV, it's just Pong. Then later on, he gave me his Atari 7800 console, which I loved because it was my first home console ever. It got me into video games. He gave me a bunch of games for it too, and eventually my parents bought me a couple games for it, like Joust, Karateka, Mario Brothers, not Super Mario Brothers, the original Mario Brothers. Let's see, Centipede, Asteroid, Moon Patrol, Jungle Hunt, Ball Blazer. I know there were many more, but I owned maybe like 20 games, and it was fun. It was super fun learning games that way. So those were my first games. It was things I played at my uncle's house, then Pong, then the Atari 7800 lineup of games. Excuse me. Ooh. Is my uncle in prison now? No, I believe my uncle lives in California. I have no idea how he is because, like I told you guys, my family, when I was in high school and I was heading into university, my family had a giant falling out where everyone stopped talking to each other. I have no idea what it was over. I literally have no idea because I wasn't involved. I had my own shit going on, my own life. I didn't want to get involved in family drama. So we just like stopped visiting relatives. Relatives moved away from each other. And I stopped talking to my uncle in the early 2000s and haven't talked to him since. So. No, Jerkstore, I'm no chance I would go on Facebook. He just said, any chance you'll go back on Facebook and try to catch up with your high school friends? No. Dude, number one, my little social media that I do is enough. All right, Twitter and Instagram, all I get is trolled anyway. You know, at least Twitter I do for business purposes. But can you imagine if I went on Facebook and started linking to people I used to know from my life in the past? Everyone would be trolled. It's just not worth it, dude. I used to have a Facebook that was for you know, as a YouTuber, and it was nothing but fucking trolling. It's not worth the trouble, and Facebook's toxic shit anyway. I don't want to deal with that shit. Spartan King Choose, who's your favorite video game villain? Oh, man. Out of all villains, probably either, like, M. Bison or Kefka. Because those are, the quintessential fighting game villain is M. Bison. The quintessential RPG villain for me is Kefka. You know, and those are the two big genres of games that I played when I was a kid. And, of course, I say probably Bowser for platformers. So. PW Dubs, I have no idea. He says, would you say you're the most famous person from your high school? I don't know. I don't know what anyone from my high school went on to do. So I couldn't answer that. I have no clue. Zero. That 2017 vibe, this copy pasta is like super popular right now. Did 100-bit cheers says, thanks, you make my job much easier to get through. There you go. For some reason when I hear you talking, I feel comfortable turning off my brain. Sounds good. I put you right to sleep. Teddy super fan to me $1 says, Phil, a very big fan. Keep up the good work. Well, gee, thank you, Teddy. I appreciate that. A very big fan. Is there a Wawa in Seattle? I've never seen one. There used to be Wawas out on the East Coast. I've never seen a Wawa in Seattle here. Here's the way I see it. I'm very public. People know how to reach me, right? If any of my family, excuse me, wanted to reach out to me, they could. They could easily contact me. By emailing me at darksyphil@hotmail.com, by tweeting me. Like, there's ways to contact me if you wanted to. If anyone from high school. You know what? I'm the public persona. I'm the guy who's got that face out there on the internet who's easily reachable. So if anyone wanted to contact me, they could. And no one has. See? So why am I going to go out of my way to contact anybody? I got my own life going on out here, man. Spartan Kings, if you had the chance to live in a video game world, which one would you pick? Some nice, I really like some nice fantasy world where like everything's safe. I don't know. I have to find a really nice fantasy world. Everything is safe. Everything is good. No risk. That's not, but the thing is, that's like no video game. I would live in the world of Uno, where no one can die and everyone just plays cards all day. There you go. R. Breezy says Persona 5 Royal releases March 31st. Looks really good. Catch her, pick it up. She hasn't gotten into the series yet. She probably will. More than likely, I get the feeling she's going to. She really liked Persona 5 and then stopped playing it. So I get the feeling she'll probably end up getting it. I'm not getting it because I just finished that game. What was it? 2018, 2019? Yeah, 2018. And it took me so long to finish. There's no way I'm replaying that thing again, even if it has extra content. AWC, great. Just resub for 4 months and 4 months of support, baby. Thank you, AWC, great for 4 months of support. I appreciate the resub, dude. Okay. Smart Keys, I'm glad you didn't say Silent Hill. I'm pretty sure no one wants to live in Silent Hill, huh? This is going on DSP vlogging? I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably put it on the vlogging channel. Why not? No, I'm not doing mukbangs. It's fucking disgusting. Oh my goodness. Oh. Really? Nicole Egger says, are you aware every time you acknowledge cheers, YouTube subtitle says bitch here? No, I did not know that. So okay, so I say 50-bit cheer, it says 50 bitch here? No, I did not know that. That's funny. That 2017 vibe cheered again. He says, I've heard fans demanding DSP tries it, makes a comeback. Maybe you can't relive the 2017 groovy, vibey time until you bring back a fan favorite. Fans have suggested how to integrate it into your streams, and I have no desire to. So thanks for the cheer. Protusum Zone, no one thinks of me as their dad. That's horse shit. That's just people being stupid and trolling. So don't be dumb. What games are going to play for the marathon? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm leaning towards Metal Gear Solid, but I need to find a way to play it. I don't really want to play the PS1 version again. I think the game, it runs like shit. It's outdated. And people are saying that the Twin Snakes version is really good, but it's like $100 online. So I'm not buying it. You know, if someone could donate it or whatever, maybe, but I don't see how I can do it. So I don't know. We got a ways to go. We got the rest of this week. Next week I'll be planning the retrospective event. We'll do the retrospective, and then we'll figure out what the tips fundraiser is going to be. Okay. Smart King Cheers. What's the most OP weapon you can remember from a video game? The most overall OP weapon, wasn't it Fallout 3? It was the Tesla cannon. Was like ridiculous. Just killed everything in the game, pretty much. Or, you know, in Dark Souls, that fucking Black Knight Halberd was crazy. Once I leveled it up, it just cut through everything. Every boss was just, like, fucking demolished by it, I would say. I'm sure there's more, but those are just the two that come to mind. Well, 2017 vibe, cheered again. He says, can't you do it as fan service? I could, but I'm not. I have to work as much as I can. I don't have time for fan service. Fan service can be considered what I'm doing right now. I have a half an hour quickly. I'll talk with you guys, hang out. I don't have time to go start filming and doing special series and shit. I have to work my ass off to pay my bills. I don't have time for this shit. I've already told you I don't want to do the series ever again, so. When I get a Tesla, considering it takes an hour and a half to charge. No. There's no way I would ever afford a Tesla probably the rest of my life. So the answer is no. What would it take for me to try out League of Legends? Asked Darkside Chris. Actually, years ago I said I would try it. Like years and years ago. I was interested in it. And all my viewers yelled at me no. They were like, you don't understand. League of Legends is a very inclusive community. People who try to jump into it at this point. Now this was years ago. This was like 6-7 years ago. Okay. People were like, people who try to jump into it get completely flamed because you don't know what you're doing. It's not open. It's not easy to learn because people don't give you a chance. It's basically just like a real negative, toxic kind of a deal. Unless you're heavily into it and you've been playing it for years, it's not worth it to even try. So I never did. And then after that, I never even thought about it again. Almost. The thing is, at one point, League of Legends was huge, right? I'm not saying League of Legends isn't huge. It is. But certainly, like, I don't hear nearly as many people talking about League of Legends anymore as, I think these games go in waves. You had Minecraft, League of Legends, Fortnite. These games get insanely, ginormously white-hot popular, and they will have their hardcore communities forever. They will always have a giant fan base. But when you're talking about things that are always in the mainstream, League of Legends, we know it exists. It has a giant competitive base, but mainstream American gamers don't really talk that much about League of Legends. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think I would play it. I don't think so. Ugh. Anonymous says, well, what would it look like if I wasn't having to work my butt off and just doing regular effort, fewer streams? Good question. Go back in time, about 5 years ago, or 6 years, when I first was either doing the videos for YouTube, primarily, like that was my focus and not the live streams. I was streaming a lot less. If you actually look, I used to like get up late. If you remember, I used to be like sleep in like crazy. And then I would wake up like super duper late and I would stream one stream, take a break and another stream. And I was streaming way less than I do now. If you looked, it was barely 3 hours of gameplay, if that, on the first stream. And the late night streams were only like an hour and a half back then. I was taking more time off as well than I do now. I was actually taking regular time off to do things like go to a convention or travel, That was back before my YouTube channel DSPGaming basically collapsed, and I lost all that income that made things easy for me. And since then, it's just been work my ass off. I have to say probably 2016 is when it really started. And then since I became a full-time streamer, it's just been like that. I have to work as much as I possibly can all the fucking time because of the stuff with the finances going on behind the scenes. So, Imagine me more relaxed, not having to stream as much as I do, right? Maybe having more days off, being able to go to PAX and attend PAX and hang out with fans and do vlogging and stuff when I go out. Having a more relaxed atmosphere, and not having to constantly be stream. You know, that's how it was at one point for me a long time ago, and it's not like that anymore. You know, Spawn Killer tipped me $1. So when are you gonna play Mass Effect 2? As soon as I finish Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect 2 will go into the rotation, and it's looking like Knights of the Old Republic is gonna conclude tomorrow. So that soon. Jerk Store, I'm not going to Disneyland. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You just saw I filed for bankruptcy. How the hell do you think I'm going to Disneyland? Oh my God. R. Breezy says, what were your Street Fighter training days like? Wake up, energy drink, and practice all day? Oh, it depended. If you're talking way back in the day, it would depend. Because I never really had entire days to train when I was younger. I was either in school or working. So for me, all my other friends had opportunities to go to way more tournaments than me and do that. I was always the working guy, the guy who busted his butt working so he could afford to do that shit. And I usually would only be able to play games on weekends. So it would be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, sometimes only Friday, Saturday. Whatever I'm doing that night, you know, I go out to the arcade after. So if the mall closes at like 9:30, I go to the arcade at like 10:30, and I'm there from 10:30 to like 2 in the morning playing. Some nights I would go over to my friend's house and play for a few more hours after that. Or if there was a tournament, that's a whole event where I would probably take 2-3 days away from whatever I was doing. Drive there, hotel, go to the venue, play, because back then tournaments were in arcades. So play in the arcade, just play all day, competition, play against people, challenge people, play people from all over the place to learn strategies or whatever. And basically get good at the game by having the most immersion that I possibly could. Now, years later, as arcades were dying, it basically became, how do we get together with people who can play games, you know? Whose house is available? Who can we go out and hang out at their house and play games? And when I first got my condo in 2009 in Connecticut, it was me. Like, I was the place. People would come to my house once or twice a week, the weekends, and we would just play, and I would record and put it on YouTube. And we would get this hardcore practice in, you know, playing Street Fighter 4 together, which was really neat. And then if you remember, there were some weekends where we would go over Howard's house because he had an actual arcade cabinet to play Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and we would just play Super Turbo all day long. You know, the Don't Blow This crew is what we called it. And that was really neat. But in reality, did I ever have the opportunity to hardcore plan out and practice like everyone else? No. It was in my opinion, I was lucky that I ever got good at games the way that I did, because I was always the guy who had something else in life going on. Whether it was I had to go to school, I had a job, I had to pay off debt, whatever it was, I had a life going on behind the scenes, while quite admittedly, people in the New York City community, like for example, Justin Wong and all of that crew who were playing like Marvel and other games hardcore, all they did was play Street Fighter. Like literally, this is all they did. They just played Street Fighter. And it was remarkable that I was ever able to get to a competitive level with them, because I had so much else going on in my life, while literally their entire life was play fucking Street Fighter. That's all they did. They traveled, played, went to a house, played, hung out with someone, played. That's it. Me, I played probably 1/20th as much as they did, yet somehow, sometimes in tournament, I would be able to hang with them. I don't know, but that was crazy. I never wanted to really live that lifestyle, but they did. I don't know how the fuck they did it, but I never wanted to live that lifestyle. Did I ever go to Houston to play Street Fighter? Oh. I want to say yes. I want to say there was Texas Showdown, and I went to 2 Texas Showdowns, and I think they were in Houston. I think? If you could look up historically where Texas Showdown was, I attended Texas Showdown at least like 2 to 3 times, and that's the area I was in. And I really liked it too, but I don't remember what area it was in. See you later, Drunk Boris Yeltsin. Have a good night. Excuse me. Polish Frog says, do you miss the appeal of doing video on demand where you could pre-record a bunch of videos and have them published while you were away for a few days? In reality, it was pretty cool. I mean, I would have to bust my ass for a few days to work up that many extra videos. But that's exactly what I would do. I remember, you know, there was one time I was going to go on a vacation for a week. So that week ahead of time, I worked at least 2 to 3 hours extra every day. And even though it wasn't as many videos, that week when I was away, there were new gameplay videos publishing every single day on DSPGaming while I was away. So not only were you able to watch a new gameplay every day, then you could watch the vlogs that I was putting up. It was like double dipping. There was double new content that week. You can't do that with streaming. With streaming, you have to be here live, which is why I don't have opportunity to go do things. Like I just said, go to PAX or whatever. I can't. I have to be here every day streaming or I don't make money. And I have to be here every day to make money or else I can't pay my bills. So that, yeah, it's a very, very different situation between live streaming and the video on demand stuff. That's true. They still have Texas Showdown. It's always in Houston. Then I was dead on right. I went there 2 or 3 times. I loved it. The people, let me tell you something. A lot of nice people I met in the Street Fighter community. The people down in Texas are some of the most hospitable and nicest people I ever met. Every time I went out there, someone will hook me up either with somewhere to stay or transportation. Not to say that I couldn't afford stuff. I don't know anyone out there, right? They were so nice. They hospitable. They wanted me to come out. They would try to get me to come out and basically play games like Super Turbo and stuff because I was a prominent player. They liked having people from not in Texas come to visit Texas and attend their tournament. It gave them some notoriety to say, hey, there's people from outside of Texas coming to play. And they were so nice, man. Nicest people. Absolutely. I said that Texas Street Fighter community is some of the coolest people ever. Why did I give up on vlogs besides Ask the King? Because, number one, they take away from my streams. That's just number one. I have to, since I became a full-time streamer 3 years ago, being here to stream as much as I can has been the way that I make money and I keep my bills paid. I noticed that the vlogging just was taking time away from streaming and wasn't productive at all when it came to anything that was keeping bills paid. Just being honest, they were making no money because they took a ton of time to make. So, on top of that, as things got tighter and tighter financially, I couldn't even afford a video editor. I do not have a video editor anymore. The one that I have is like a freebie program, and the only thing I know how to do with it is like cut a few seconds off the end of a video or whatever, and even then the thing's a piece of shit. It takes like hours to encode. It's a piece of garbage. I used to use Adobe Premiere Pro. I used to pay like $20 a month to use it. They canceled that program, and they made it so you have to pay like $300, $400 a year to use the program, so I don't use it anymore. I can't afford it. And I don't have a video editor anymore. So, number one, I have to stream as much as I can to pay the bills. Number two, taking time away from the streams to make the vlogs that didn't even out because the vlogs don't make money. And number three, I can't even afford video editing equipment anymore. So, Sparring King here, he says, what's the game you're most looking forward to in upcoming months? Mine is Resident Evil 3 and Last of Us 2. Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is the most, for sure. Not to say I'm not looking forward to Resident Evil 3 or Last of Us 2. I absolutely am. Doom Eternal is the big one for me coming up. And then probably I'll think about the next one. Why do I hate Morrowind? I don't. The reason I'm not playing... Okay, some people are upset because I did this Rage-a-thon in the summer last year. And during that time, I played 2 games. I played Ninja Gaiden Black, and I played Elder Scrolls Morrowind. I own both of them, and I have the ability to... Actually, I take that back. Maybe I don't own Ninja Gaiden Black. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been under Game Pass. Oh, shit. It might have been. I'll have to double check that because I don't know if I actually own the game or not. Okay. But anyway. That being said, people really wanted to see me continue both games. And I said at that time, I would consider doing them as chill playthroughs. And we'll see what happens. Actually, in reality, Ninja Gaiden Black ain't going to be no chill playthrough. It's going to be very stressful. Okay. But what happened was we got busy with new releases. Other chill stuff happened. You know, the retro console came out with Genesis Mini. Then all of a sudden, Switch had all these Super Nintendo games. So in reality, we've had more than enough chill content at night to really fill the gap. Now, people are upset because they're like, man, why didn't you ever play Morrowind? Is he ever going to play it? Yes, I 100% have plans to play it. But you notice recently I've been playing a ton of RPGs, right? So what I'd like to do is get through Knights of the Old Republic. I'm dying to play Mass Effect 2. Because I wanted to play this for years and years, never got around to it, and now it's its 10th anniversary. Let me finish up with that stuff, and once all the major slew of RPGs have... I would say, we're going to do Mass Effect 2. You know the Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out. When that's done, now let's look to maybe make Morrowind a late-night chill stream. So we're talking maybe April, May-ish. Let's then bring it into the fold and the rotation, and it'll be a game that I play at least once a week, if not twice a week, a couple hours a night, each night that I play it, and just relax. Because I don't know much about the game. It's going to be about you guys helping me out and telling me what I should be doing and stuff. That's kind of the way I'm going to approach it. Okay? So there you go. Okay? Jerk Store tipped me $2. Says, when your debt's exonerated and your credit recovers, what's the first thing you think you're going to do? Like when my credit completely recovers and I can get loans and stuff again, I have no idea. What we have to see is how long that will be. It's a minimum of 7 years. Minimum. So you're talking 2027 is the first time I'll be able to get like anything in my name. What's going to be happening in 2027? Will my car be all decrepit? Because that car I got in 2017, so already it's 3 years old. In another 7 years, it'll be 10 years old. Will it be all worn out and falling apart? Will I need to get another car? Will that be the next thing? Certainly, it's not going to be anything with this house or mortgage. Maybe at that time, when my credit comes back, and I have no debt, because I won't have debt. How could I have debt? I couldn't rack any debt up because I have no credit to get debt, right? Maybe I could refinance the house at that point, and actually, because hopefully I would have equity in the house, a lot of equity, and I could use that for various things, home improvements, improving the business, The thing is, in 7 years, a lot could change. Who knows what I'm going to be doing in 7 years? Will I still be streaming? Will I have a hybrid before I have a real life normal job and I combo with that with streaming at some point? I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 7 years. I don't know. It's not really a concern. For me, my concern is having this go through the bankruptcy so my debts can be, what did they call it? Now, I don't know if it's exonerated, whatever the word is. And I can work on getting caught up with taxes again. My major concern right now, I need to get caught up with taxes. I'm behind 2 years on taxes. And I need to start paying my taxes when I'm supposed to be paying them so I'm not in trouble with the feds. And basically, once that's on pace, then save money. Any extra money I have, save money. I haven't had any money saved in like 5 years. Have some money saved up. So if something happens, I need, oh my God, I get sick, or I break my leg, or the car breaks down, or I need to fix the garage breaks. I need to fix it. I'm not kidding. You guys don't know this. I have a broken toilet in the house that's been broken for a long time, and I have no money to fix it. And the thing is, hi Jasper. Jasper just came into the office. The thing is that if I had money to fix it, I probably would. But the thing is, I already have enough bathrooms. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need all the bathrooms in my house. So it's okay to have one broken toilet that I don't use. That's what I mean. Like, I have stuff like that I just don't fix because I don't have any money. I have no money, People, all these years, people have been so stupid making shit up about me. Oh, Phil has all this money. How could he be making all this money on streams and he has no money? Now you know. You've seen the truth of the matter. You've seen the situation. I have no money. All my money that I've made went right to debts, and now it's got to go to try to pay back taxes. So that's where my money went. Yomi cheered. You're going to play Grand Blue Fantasy Versus when it comes out March 3rd. It's a fighting game by Arxis. I don't know. A lot of people seem to be talking about this game now. I guess not only is it going to have, competitive multiplayer, but it also is going to have a story mode. So maybe I'll check it out. I don't know how expensive it's going to be, and I don't know if you guys are going to want to see me play it or not. If you're interested in it, I consider it. There's nothing going on in early March, so maybe it's a good game to play in early March. I would say I'm considering it. Look into it. Let me know if you guys would like to see me play it. Okay. Third Eye the Third cheered. He said, "Bed lying simulator? What? There's features. It's for FPS bed cat gain weight become overweight. What are you talking about?" Spartan King Cheers says Animal Crossing New Horizons is the one you're planning to play. Yes, that's the new one, right? Whatever new one's coming out in March, same day as Doom Eternal. That's the chill game that I'll be playing. So yes. That's it. Dawn of Fear already came out, and it's basically a dud. All the reviewers said it kind of sucks, and so I'm not playing Dawn of Fear. They basically said it plays just like Resident Evil, and it's not very good. It has fixed camera angles, very bad controls. The reviews are pretty piss poor. Everyone's like, it's only 6 hours long. It's not very good, so I'm not playing Dawn of Fear. Oh, yeah. So Local Nomad says, what about your stream setup in the office? Any equipment you'd like to upgrade? Dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This love seat is a piece of shit. It's sunken in. It's zero support. It's a piece of garbage. I'd either like to replace or fix the cushions or get a whole new thing to sit on here. The computer's outdated. I mean, I'm happy the computer still works, but definitely I'm going to need a new PC at some point. There's no way that PC is going to last 7 fucking years. I can't imagine it. At least lasting another 7 years. A lot of things I'd like to improve. So, you can lay down here, buddy. I'm talking with the viewers right now. Relax with me. I talk to the viewers. Did you hurt your chin again? Oh my God. This cat runs around the house, jumps on everything, and he keeps bumping his chin. And every week I look and there's another little scab on his chin, and then it heals, and then he bonks his chin again, and he has another scab. You are such a rambunctious cat, man. You got to look out. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to seriously get hurt, man. He's so energetic. R Breezy, no, there will not be a special Valentine's Day stream. It'll just be normal streams, business as usual this coming week. No, I don't have time to plan out Valentine's Day shit. My wife and I can't even do anything on Valentine's Day because we're both working. That's life, I guess, right? I cannot set up a cat cam for Jasper because he doesn't stay put. So I mean, like, if he had a place in this office where he liked to be all the time, he sit next to me, maybe he had a little nook somewhere where he'd like to be, I would willingly set up a webcam. He doesn't do that. He's a cat. He likes to move around. He doesn't want to be stationary. When I'm playing games, he either wants me to be giving him attention constantly, like I'm doing right now, rubbing his head. If I don't, he's out of here. I can't do that when I'm playing games, so he stays in here a few minutes. He's out of here. He doesn't want to be in here when I'm streaming. Spartan King cheered. He said, when you ultimately replace the love seat, do you have anything in mind you would replace it with, or just go with a similar love seat? I'm never... Dude, first of all, this love seat was a fucking ripoff, okay? It's nice looking. It was really nice for the first year to 2 years I had it. It wore out so quickly, and it was way overpriced. I thought I was getting a deal when I got it from the Macy's furniture store I bought it from, and then they double charged me for it. I'm not kidding. I've told this story before. The guy quoted me a group price for a lot of the furniture in my house. I believe it was the dining room set and this love seat and something else. I can't remember what the third thing was. So he quoted me a group price. This is what you're going to pay. So I charged it to my credit card. Here we go. This is how I got into the problems I'm in, right? Thousands of dollars on my credit card. So the love seat was supposed to be ordered and was supposed to come like a month and a half after I paid for it. It was on back order. It finally gets delivered. They charge me again for it. I was like, what the fuck? Right? So I call my credit card company, dispute it, and they say, oh no, you don't have evidence that you didn't agree to it, so we're gonna leave it on there legit. I'm like, go fuck yourself. This is ridiculous. But basically, this love seat is a huge ripoff. It wore out so quickly. I will get something cheap. I will go somewhere, a discount furniture store, because that way I know if it wears out in 1 to 2 years, I didn't pay a lot of money for it, so I don't care. I paid a ton of money for this fucking thing, and this thing sunk in within a year and a half. It's a piece of garbage. So I can't wait to get rid of it. It's probably going to be another fucking 7 years until I can, though. So, let's see here. What? That 2017 vibe cheers. When you're around your wife, do you feel the pressure to impress her? Impress her? No, when we're together, we're actually more relaxed than at any other time. You know, when I'm on stream, I obviously have to be entertaining for you guys. And yes, she finds me naturally entertaining. I find her naturally a fun and warming person to be near. You're not constantly, oh, I have to entertain this person. Oh, I have to impress them. What? If that's the case, you're with the wrong person. If you constantly have to be impressing someone to keep their attentions, then you're with the wrong person. Seriously. Third Night of the Third says, what about putting a GoPro on Jasper's collar? No, that's a stupid idea. Why do you come up with the dumbest ideas? How stupid. Do I still accept Patreon contributions? Yes. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. And all the info is listed there about perks and everything. I do still take contributions via Patreon, although, quite frankly, since I became a full-time streamer 3 years ago, it's really not a focus. Most people told me to transition everything into streaming, which I did. So most of the contributions I get come through streaming, but a few people do still pledge to Patreon, so thanks to those who do. All right, guys, it's getting late. I actually talked longer than I thought I would. I'll take a couple more quick questions. That's going to be it for tonight. Do I have a current favorite show on the streaming platforms I currently have? No. In fact, excuse me. I've had very little time to watch anything. I haven't watched pro wrestling in 3 weeks. I didn't even see the Royal Rumble. Nothing. Most of the time, I'm so busy. Like, after I finish here tonight, I got to upload. I got some stuff I have to do in the house, clean up around the house and stuff. And then my wife will be home by around 11:30. So what am I going to have? Like 20 minutes to myself? I don't have time. And then when she's home, she doesn't want to watch like wrestling or nothing. What we do is we usually watch something on Disney Plus. What we've been doing the last few weeks, we've been watching other people play From Software games. Because it's been a lot of fun watching other people's runs and seeing how they varied from like I played all of them. Kat played Dark Souls 3. So we've been watching different people play and see what their experiences were, using different weapons and doing different things. It's really neat. for the first time, I actually see, like, from your perspective, from when you watch me play those games, what's entertaining and what's not, right? When someone runs into a boss room with a weapon that's doing a quarter damage to the boss, it's not very entertaining. At the same time, when someone runs into a boss room and the weapon does this much damage and there's no chance of them winning, that's not fun either. So I kind of understand. It's cool. It's giving me perspective as someone on the outside looking in of how you guys are looking and viewing and judging my content that I put out. So that's what we've been doing for the past like few weeks actually. When we watch stuff together, we watch other people's like From Software playthroughs or just something relaxing on Disney Plus or whatever. We're not watching any shows or anything consistently. So okay. The 2017 vibe cheered. He says, "Are you saying it gets easier? Is it true you accidentally refer to her as your mom when talking about dinner?" I don't know. Did I? If I did, it's something silly and stupid. But she obviously, that's not how I think of her. That's ridiculous. What it is the idiots. If I say anything that's wrong by a slight amount, if I say a word in a weird way, if I say the wrong word, if I say, oh my God, I superimposed one letter on another and said a word backwards, this becomes a meme for idiots, So they latch onto any little thing. Maybe I did say that. I'm not saying I did. Maybe I did. And if I did, who cares? If I said the wrong word in a sentence, that's stupid as shit, That's incredibly dumb that anyone would latch onto something like that and think that it's meaningful of anything. You'd have to be a brain-dead idiot. Oh, oops. Oh, you're right. They are. Right. Remember the human milk joke that everyone made? Remember that shit? Polish Frog, yes, I do enjoy the fact that I can play, at this point, pretty much any game I want, and I retain my core viewership on streaming. Not like that on YouTube. It was very different on YouTube. The YouTube viewers were very fickle. If I was not playing either Street Fighter, a Dark Souls style game, or a big AAA release, just think about all the cool retro games I played in the last year. Super Mario World 1 and 2, oh my God, Sonic the Hedgehog. I wanted to play Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 for years. And everyone complained and we wouldn't watch it. Remember, I did the Summer of Retro. That was when I was still at the height of my popularity. 2012. Or was it 2013? I was still very popular. I did the Summer of Retro. And everyone shat on it and no one watched it on YouTube. And it's like, what is wrong with YouTube? That people have this weird closed-minded mentality. Yeah, on stream it's the opposite. People will come and hang out with me. Oh man, I played this game when I was a kid. I want to see Phil play. It's so different. It's so positive on stream. That's, I think, the major focus. Positivity. Fun and positivity on streams. Negativity, toxicity, and entitlement on YouTube. It's night and fucking day. It really is. You're still here, buddy. He's waiting for me to finish. When Jasper now knows about when I finish streaming, and if I go over, he gets angry. He's like, when is he going to finish so we can go relax together or we can do stuff together? Because he knows I'm going to do stuff around the house. He wants to follow me around. I give him attention. He's angry right now that I'm still streaming. Shout out to TM52 Twitch, who just resubbed for 6 months. Thank you, TM52 Twitch, for the resub. Good to see ya. That 2017 vibe cheered. He says, I love how you explained your relationship. Do you ever worry someone else is trying hard to impress your significant other? I have zero worry. Zero. Because what Kat and I have is true love. We have an understanding because we've had situations, both of us in our past, where we've either been mistreated or had really bad situations with relationships or things that have happened to us. We know what it's like to be told one thing and treated another way. Neither of us are even remotely interested in anyone else, nor do we give a shit about anybody else except our relationship here. So I'm zero worry. Zero. Exactly 0.0% worried about anything like that. So. How long have I been talking? It was about, I want to say 8:45. Yeah, I mean, about 45 minutes. I beat Castlevania Bloodlines, and I didn't want to start anything else new, so I just started chatting with people. So. No, we didn't get a new exercise machine. What ended up happening was we couldn't find one that was in the price range we could afford. Remember, the whole reason we got that exercise machine was because my parents had gifted Kat some money for her birthday. And in the money that we had, We couldn't find one that was like reasonable. But we saw there were good exercise machines. You want to know what they cost? Between around $750 to $1,000. Then you could get a name brand one that you had great reviews and everything online. Everything else was like a third party, some fucking flim flam company from over in Taiwan or China or someone that is a piece of shit. And we didn't want to waste more money buying another machine just to have another piece of shit that we were gonna have to return. So I think Cat just kind of slowly use that money for other stuff over time. Couldn't that money have been used on bills? Of course. Of course it could have been. I would assume some of it did get used on bills. But when you're gifting money for a holiday, you're actually supposed to use it for something, for the holiday, unless you're explicitly telling. Like, for example, if my parents said to me, oh, we're going to give you a Christmas present. I said, this year, things are so bad, please just give me some money I can use to help with my bills. That's fine. But if someone's giving you a present, you have to use it for something that's, intended. My parents are giving my wife a birthday present. My wife is supposed to use it for something nice, so she had told them is that I'm going to get an exercise machine, kind of disrespectful if you then go use it on just like bills and stuff, Because the truth of the matter is, some people will be like, this is the truth. Some people are like this, and sometimes my parents are like this. Well, if you're just going to use it on bills, then we're not going to give you anything. We want you to do something nice for yourself. That's why we're giving you this, Third Eye, I have no idea. Again, another dumb question. I'm not even reading what you said. Everything you said today was dumb. I don't think you said a single thing that wasn't stupid. Seriously. You're so dumb. Oh, man. Did I ever help Cat get through a tough part of a game? I don't think I ever picked up the controller and did it. But there's some games that she's played that I've played before, and so I was able to kind of help her through it by telling her what to do. But I don't remember her actually playing a game that I had played, and I just picked up the controller and I did it. I don't think. Yeah. Well, thank you, Awful Waffle, for a 50-bit cheer. I appreciate that. All right, guys. I think that's it. I've gone 45 minutes extra. I've now actually gone later than I would have streamed if I was still playing games. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks, everyone, for your support today. Tonight was kind of slow, but earlier today was exceptionally good, so I'm certainly not going to sit here and complain. Hope you enjoyed the Q&A. Until next time,